Ever feel like you're trying to decode a secret message when you're figuring out if someone is attracted to you?
Oh, absolutely. It's like you're trying to read a love letter written in invisible ink.
Haha, exactly. So, for this deep dive, we were going to try to crack the code.
Okay.
We found this YouTube video about nonverbal signs that a woman might be attracted to you.
Okay.
And we're going to try to go beyond the surface of the video
Sounds good.
and explore some of these cues and why they're so powerful.
Awesome. I'm excited.
So first up is eye contact.
Mm-hmm.
The video calls it prolonged eye contact,
Okay.
and they highlight it as a major attraction signal. I know I've definitely felt that little electric jolt when someone holds my gaze just a little bit longer than usual.
Hmm.
What's the science behind that?
Well, they say our eyes are the windows to our souls, right? So when we lock eyes with someone, we're creating this direct pathway for emotions to flow back and forth.
Oh, interesting.
And when someone holds their gaze for a little longer, it triggers this ancient instinct in us, signaling potential for intimacy and connection. It's like they're saying, I see you and I'm interested.
That makes so much sense. But isn't eye contact also a cultural thing?
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Like I've heard that in some cultures, prolonged eye contact can actually be considered rude.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Context is key, and cultural norms definitely play a huge role in how we interpret these signals.
Right.
But even across cultures, that initial moment of eye contact, that spark of recognition,
Yeah.
it's universally powerful. It's like a silent invitation to connect.
I like that. Okay, moving on to body language.
Okay.
The video talks about open body language as a good sign,
Uh-huh.
like leaning in uncrossed arms, that kind of thing.
Right.
Like our bodies are literally trying to open up to welcome someone in.
Precisely. When we feel comfortable and engaged with someone, our bodies naturally mirror that feeling.
Mm-hmm.
We lean in, we keep our arms uncrossed to signal openness, and even our posture relaxes because we're not on guard.
Yeah.
It's like we're saying, come closer. I'm receptive to you.
You know, I've even noticed that I tend to subconsciously mirror the body language of people that I like.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like if they lean in, I lean in. It's almost like an unspoken dance.
Exactly. And mirroring is incredibly powerful.
Wow.
When we subtly mimic someone's movements, it builds rapport and creates this sense of harmony.
Mm-hmm.
It's like saying, we're on the same wavelength. Isn't it amazing how our bodies communicate all of this without us even realizing it?
It really is wild.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of unspoken communication, let's talk about laughter.
Okay.
The video mentions easy laughter as a big attraction sign. And, I mean, who doesn't love a good laugh?
Absolutely.
Just such a mood booster.
Laughter is more than just a mood booster, though. It's a social lubricant.
Okay.
When we laugh with someone, especially easily and genuinely, we're releasing endorphins, we're breaking down barriers, and we're building a shared experience.
Yeah.
It's like we're saying, I enjoy your company and I feel comfortable with you.
And is there something particularly special about when someone laughs at your jokes?
Totally.
Even like the cheesy ones?
Oh, absolutely. It's like they're saying, I get your humor, I appreciate your wit. Shared laughter creates this incredible bond.
Yeah.
And it's no wonder that it's considered such a powerful aphrodisiac.
Okay, this next one kind of piqued my interest.
Okay, what is that?
The video mentions casual touches,
Okay.
like things like brushing hands or tapping someone's arm as a potential signs of attraction.
Right.
And I was curious, are those conscious actions? Or were we just subconsciously drawn to someone we like?
It's probably a bit of both. When we're attracted to someone, our brain is lighting up with dopamine,
Oh, wow.
which is a feel-good neurotransmitter that's associated with pleasure and reward.
Okay.
And that surge of dopamine makes us crave closeness, both emotionally and physically.
So even if we aren't consciously aware of it, our body is saying, I want to be closer to you.
Exactly. And those light, casual touches, they serve as little tests,
Yeah.
almost like dipping our toes in the water. We're gauging the other person's reaction, seeing if there is a reciprocal spark. It's like saying, I'm comfortable with physical closeness. How about you?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Now, the video also highlights personal questions as a sign of attraction.
Okay.
And it makes sense. If someone's genuinely interested in you, they're going to want to go beyond just surface-level conversation.
Absolutely. When someone asks us questions that delve a bit deeper, questions that show they're truly listening and eager to understand our thoughts, values, and dreams, It's incredibly flattering.
Right.
It's like they're saying, I'm not just interested in what you do, I'm interested in who you are.
Yeah.
It shows genuine curiosity and a desire to connect on a deeper level.
I know. I definitely pay more attention when someone asks me thoughtful questions.
Right.
And not just the usual small talk.
Uh-huh.
It makes me feel valued and seen.
Exactly. And when we feel seen and valued, it strengthens the connection.
Okay.
Those personal questions are like little threads weaving a tapestry of intimacy.
Okay, this next one is a bit more lighthearted. The video mentions adjusting appearance as a sign of attraction.
Okay.
You know those little preening gestures like fixing their hair or straightening their clothes?
Right.
It's like those classic rom-com scenes
Uh-huh.
where someone's trying to look their best for the person that they like.
Oh, absolutely. Those subtle preening gestures are primal instincts kicking in. We want to appear attractive,
Right.
showcase our best selves.
Yeah.
It's not just about vanity. It's about sending a signal, I care about how you see me.
So it's like a subconscious way of saying, hey, notice me.
Exactly. And those small gestures can be incredibly endearing. They reveal a touch of vulnerability and a desire to impress.
Now, the last sign that the video mentions is a little bit unexpected. It's nervousness and fidgeting. It suggests that even the most confident people can get a little bit jittery around someone that they're attracted to.
It's true. Attraction can trigger a whole cascade of physiological responses. Our heart rate increases. Our palms sweat. We might even feel a bit shaky. It's the classic fight or flight response.
Right.
But in this case, it's more like a flight or flirt response.
Uh-huh. I like that. It's like our bodies are betraying our cool exterior.
In a way, yes. But those signs of nervousness, they can actually be endearing,
Really?
especially when we embrace them with a sense of humor.
Okay.
It shows that we're human, that we're affected by the other person's presence. It's like saying, you make me feel something.
I like that a lot. It's very sweet.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's amazing how these subtle signals can speak volumes.
They really do.
They add so much depth to our interactions.
Absolutely. It's like we're learning this whole new language, the language of unspoken attraction.
Uh-huh. I love that.
And speaking of learning, I thought maybe we could kind of shift gears a little bit and tap into your expertise for a few minutes.
Yeah, happy to share any insights I can offer.
Okay, cool. So we've been talking about all these signs of attraction, but what about when the signals get mixed? Like what about those situations where someone might be exhibiting some of these behaviors, but not others?
Yeah.
How can we navigate that gray area?
That's such a great question. And it's something that we all encounter in the real world.
Right.
These signs are really just clues. They're not guarantees.
Right.
There's no magic formula. And human behavior is beautifully complex.
So how do we avoid overthinking it and driving ourselves crazy with all the what ifs?
I think it's a delicate balance between observation and intuition. Pay attention to the overall vibe, not just isolated incidents.
Okay.
Do you feel a genuine connection?
Yeah.
Is there a sense of ease and reciprocity in the interaction?
Okay. So it's not about ticking off boxes on a checklist.
Right.
But rather it's more about sensing the overall energy.
Exactly. And remember, sometimes the most powerful signal is simply how someone makes you feel.
Hmm.
Do you feel energized, uplifted, genuinely interested in their company? Those feelings are often a very strong indicator of mutual attraction.
Yeah, it's like they say, you can't fake chemistry.
Exactly. And if you're still unsure, don't be afraid to ask clarifying questions or to express your own interest.
Yeah.
Clear communication, even in those early stages, can save you a lot of guesswork and potential heartache down the line.
That's such a good point. So we've talked about all those positive signals.
Right.
But what about the flip side? Are there any red flags, like nonverbal cues that someone might not be interested?
Absolutely. While it's never fun to focus on the negative, I think it's important to be aware of those warning signs.
Yeah.
So if someone consistently avoids eye contact, crosses their arms defensively, or turns their body away from you, that could suggest disengagement or discomfort.
What about if they seem distracted?
Yeah.
Like they're always checking their phone or looking around the room?
Those are definitely red flags.
Right.
It suggests that their mind is elsewhere and they're not fully present in the interaction.
Right.
Respectful engagement is crucial.
Yeah.
And if someone isn't reciprocating that, it's a sign to maybe move on.
Okay, so it's all about reading those cues, both positive and negative.
Exactly. And trusting our gut instincts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But even if you encounter those red flags, remember that rejection isn't a reflection of your worth.
Right.
Sometimes it's simply a matter of incompatibility or timing.
Yeah.
Just keep an open mind, embrace the learning experience, and know that the right connections will come along.
It's like that book Happiness Mantra says,
Oh, yeah.
setbacks are opportunities for growth.
I love that.
It's so important to maintain that positive outlook,
Yeah.
even when things don't necessarily go as planned.
Maintaining a positive mindset can be incredibly empowering, especially when navigating the ups and downs of attraction.
It's funny how we always approach attraction as if it's this big mystery that we have to solve.
Yeah,
But maybe it's simpler than that.
I think you're right.
Hmm.
Sometimes we get so caught up in analyzing every little cue and signal
Yeah,
that we forget to just enjoy the process of connecting with another person.
exactly. Like we're so focused on decoding the secret language of attraction
Right.
that we miss the beauty of the conversation itself. I love that analogy. It's not just about deciphering those signals, it's about being present,
Yeah.
engaging authentically, and letting the connection unfold naturally.
I think a big part of that is focusing on the positive.
Yeah.
Instead of getting caught up in the fear of rejection or overanalyzing every interaction,
Yeah.
what if we just approach attraction with a sense of optimism and possibility?
I couldn't agree more. When we shift our mindset to one of abundance and opportunity, it changes the entire energy of our interactions.
Mm.
We radiate confidence and warmth, and that, in turn, attracts positive connections.
It's like they say, what you focus on expands.
Yes.
If we're focused on fear and doubt, that's what we attract.
Right.
But if we're focused on joy and connection and genuine interest, those are the things that we're more likely to find.
Exactly. And remember, attraction isn't just about romantic relationships. It's about connecting with people on all levels.
Right.
Friends, colleagues, even just strangers that we encounter in our daily lives.
That's a good point. Every interaction has the potential for connection.
Yeah.
And when we approach those interactions with an open heart and a positive mindset,
Yeah.
it just opens up this whole world of possibilities.
Absolutely. And those positive connections,
Yeah.
those moments of shared laughter,
Yeah.
genuine curiosity, and heartfelt conversations, those are the things that truly enrich our lives and make us feel alive.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I think the key takeaway is this.
Okay.
Ditch the rule book
Yeah.
and embrace the beauty of human connection.
Love it.
Let's approach every interaction with an open heart, a curious mind, and a positive spirit.
Yes.
And who knows what amazing connections we might discover along the way.
Beautifully said. And remember, even if you're feeling lost or uncertain out there,
Right.
there are so many resources and books and things out there that can help guide you.
That's true.
Books like Happiness Mantra
Oh, yeah.
offer wonderful insights and practical tips for cultivating positive connections and finding joy in all aspects of life.
I love that book.
Yeah, and I think they're actually offering a 50% discount right now
Oh, wow.
for anyone who wants to kind of delve deeper into the power of positive thinking.
That's awesome. So
Yeah.
to our listeners, keep exploring, keep connecting, and keep those deep dives going.